All right. And with that, everyone, welcome to EXO Economy's core weekly meeting. We are live. I have to stop the sound on YouTube. One moment. Right. You don't want to hear yourself 15 or 20 seconds later. That's just no good. Uh, so we're live and we're getting ready to do project updates. Before the call, we went through any housekeeping items. So what I would like first is a volunteer to kick us off. And then why don't we go what we call popcorn style today, where whomever goes picks the next person. And we'll try to get through these project updates relatively quickly and hopefully have some time to review any outstanding proposals, if there are any. And if there are any new folks in the group at that point, we'll talk to them. And I don't think so, that have never been here. And then we'll go from there, okay, with any agenda items that need to be processed. Do I have any volunteers who want to raise their hand using the actual hand or the hand in Zoom? Oh, Vanessa. Awesome. Data. We love data. Tell us what's going on out there.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy December, first day of December. I had the stats for the month of November. Can you hear me? Can you hear? Yeah, good. Sorry. Stats for November, we ended up Discord with 13 new members, Twitter with only 6 new followers, LinkedIn, we have 46 new followers, Instagram 21, the EXO kind of circle, working on something there to see if we can get more people to join. I just have 1 new member. And the Open EXO community is up to 7,079 members. So that's 248 more than last month. So we continue growing there. I did contact Anastasia. She works with Jaroslav with the certifications. And remember that he mentioned last week that I had offered to sponsor three people for their next certification. That's been done. They're gonna share the names of those participants with me sometime this week. So hopefully we'll see new things coming up from them that I can share in social media. And what else? And right now, promoting the certification that is coming up on the 8th. And of course, the event that we have on the 17th of EXO World, the decade of the EXO.
Okay, I'm sure we'll hear more from Kevin about that. And just sorry for a quick interruption. If anybody would be willing to go out to, say, the ambassador groups or even the circles and just do a quick post and let everybody know this meeting's going on. I've just been doing it in real time lately. Nikki, maybe you could do that while we're going through some updates, just to let people know the link to either to watch it on YouTube. We really don't need like 50 people to join here or anything, but but ideally they might watch the video and become aware that they are recorded and that they can see them. So who's next, Vanessa?
Eric.
Thanks, Vanessa. Hey, folks. Good to see everyone again. I had my call with one of our community members last week with respect to an issue that she had with downloading the digital wallet. And the issue was simply that her version of, I think it was Windows, was too old. So until we kind of get through that, she's kind of not going to do much with the digital wallet, which is fine. Beyond that,
Eric, just to say something for helping a user, just thank you very much. Really appreciate it. User assistance and support goes a long way.
yeah, no worries. I forgot what else I was going to say, but
too much fame and applause. Yeah.
The other thing was, of course, we are still moving ahead. Right. So with respect to EXO foundations, right? So I did help a couple people cross the finish line yesterday, as I was under the impression that the whatever price increase was happening today. And I know I spoke with Yaroslav earlier, and he mentioned that's going to happen soon enough. So was glad to actually get them over, both of whom had been wanting to do this for some time now. So was able to kind of get them going, and they did submit everything. So hopefully things went well with that.
Awesome.
Other than that, yeah, we're just, again, just moving ahead with getting our internship going for January. And that's about it.
Okay. And sorry, another interruption. This is all stuff I forgot when I was just waking up a while ago. Is we are broadcasting live on YouTube. So if you're watching us live and you have a question for this group, anyone in this group or the group itself, please post it in YouTube, and I will plan to see it and try to get it out and try to answer as best we can. Who's next, Eric?
All right. How about we head over to Kevin?
Perfect. So I am eyeballs deep in a decade of the EXO work. We have, I'll share my screen quickly. Oh wait, let me stop sharing that because that has email addresses on it and we're live on YouTube, sorry. Let's not share that. Oh gosh, what is going on now? Let me go to the website. But we have 57 people who have now put down a slot to run a session from the community, which is crazy. So
that's awesome. What are you talking about? That's awesome. Tell people what that means real quick. Tell people what that means, because not everybody's going to know what you're actually talking about, Kevin.
So ultimately, what we want to do with this event on the 17th, the Decade of the EXO, is to really celebrate, our community and what we have ahead of ourselves, right? I mean, if we think about it, a year ago, we were a tenth of the size. We had folks in maybe 50 countries at most, and we want to really celebrate that, and we want people to in their regions to work together to come up with a purpose that, as a global community, we can then support in the year and beyond ahead. And so so that's really exciting. As I did show, I think I showed last week that we will be able to we will be taking EXOs for people to register for the event, and so the process to do that is right here. Quite simple to do, and so I do recommend people head over to events.exoworld.live/DEXO and get set up to join us. That'll be really cool. We, as I said, I'm busy sorting out all the different people's sessions. I have a lot of people who have emailed me, so there's a lot of people to get back to and to work with, so that we can make the most of this, and really get to celebrate with folks. And I also wanted to just show this quickly. This is just a quick chart that I put together of our community currently. I don't know why I can't scroll here. Oh, there we go. You can scroll. Our community by country, and this was done about a week ago. So this is actually, it's like an interactive chart, right? So we can see the bubble is just the number of folks. Of course, we have the most number of people from Spain, and then the USA comes next. But you can see that, and then I did it for cities as well, just to try and see what we look like for cities, and so you can see that, of course, the two biggest cities are actually in Spain, Madrid and Barcelona. and then it's Mexico City, then Santiago in Chile. Which I don't know why the bubble's not showing down there, but it is the next one. Then the next is actually Metro Manila. So yeah, quite interesting just to see the data of the community, where people are, all these bubbles just sitting all around the world. So yeah.
Kevin, if I could, so Kevin, if I can play interviewer for just 1 second, what would be your wildest hopes and dreams for this event on the 17th? If it could just come out perfect, what would that look like? What would success look like?
So for me, success would be, throughout the 24 hours, a couple thousand people participate, and we end up with, at least 30, 40 statements of purpose for different regions, which we can then put together. We can post out not only to our community but to the world, to say this is what we're doing as a community, and that then can drive action in the new year. So for me, that would be success. People participating, people coming up with MTPs that we can really take action on, and then in addition to that, it will be people supporting through their contributions, as well as looking at pre-purchasing version 2 of Exponential Organization. So that is something that we're going to be sharing, really trying to get at least 20,000 copies of, I'm not saying by the event, but at least by the time we publish, at least 20,000 copies of version 2 pre-sold, so that we can really allow that to drive what we're doing in the community more mainstream. I mean, we currently just over 7,000 people, but in a world of, I don't know, however many, 8 billion or 7.5 billion, however many there are on this planet these days, we still do have a way to go to become more mainstream. And as Salim keeps saying, every organization in this decade ahead needs to be an EXO, or at least needs to understand what an EXO is, right? So there's a lot of opportunity ahead.
Okay, great. Yeah, the book project.
Now that we are in the event, I have another question. In one of the previous meetings, we said about having a session for EXO economy and another one for returning. What are the steps there? What is needed for that to happen?
So I didn't hear a single word you said. I don't know if that was my internet or if
I'll hey Cesar, I got you. What are the steps to get booths and sessions and involvement set up for EXO Economy and Rutaño, sister economy?
At the event?
Yes.
So if you just contact me, I'll get it set up. I'm going to be sending out more information in the community, hopefully tomorrow. Just before this call, I was on with Salim, trying to get a lot of the things finalized. So okay. I will be sending out more information soon, but Cesar, you can just send me an email.
Okay, so it's in just a couple of weeks, and the two words that I've heard you use in different conversations about this, Kevin, are optimism, and then the word that I keep trying to remind people is accomplishment. I mean, we should celebrate all that we've achieved and do so with some optimism. Yes, it's hard right now in a ton of ways, but you got to lead forward, and I think this community is the one to do it. So awesome, thank you, Kevin. Who's next?
Nikki.
Hey, my immersion continues. I've joined the certification class, so I will be
wow.
diving deep. And
Nice.
I've put up 2 projects that I need votes on, and I've put the little @ sign to each of you in though at least one of them, maybe not the other, but I really need votes to get these through. And one of them is my role and being able to exchange ExOs and sort of walk the talk and be the example of how people use the marketplace. And the other was going to be the Fast Company Awards offer. And that's coming up quickly. There's a deadline of December 11th. So I need votes to get that one through if you want to go for it. And CES comes up in January, and it's a virtual event this year. And I think that would be huge for us. But we need to take action quickly to be able to participate in something like that on that scale.
Nikki, I've also seen people going on about South by Southwest. I don't know what the deal is with that. I'm just completely
I'm happy
out of touch
to
with it.
do those researches,
But,
but I need to know that we're going to go for it. Otherwise, I'm spinning my wheels.
Yeah. So in no uncertain terms, I did go vote. I read your proposals and I voted. Folks, if you're on this call, we need you to vote, right? So get in there and vote. It's just quick. It's easy. Kevin did a great job explaining it all last week. That's in the recording. If you missed it, go back and watch that. I even clipped that particular part and have been sharing it out with lots of people to show them how we're using Sway and things like that.
Idea.
So yeah, so just heads up on that. And we also have the full support of the team at Sway. If you find any issues or whatever, let us know. They're there to help us as we try to build a distributed governance model around the ExO economy. Okay.
Yeah, if you could share that clip with me too, I'll send it around as well.
I will. I'll send that over. Okay. Oh, there we go. Great. Thanks, Kevin. You can put that in. Well, it doesn't make any sense to put it in YouTube because people wouldn't be able to log in. So let's keep that one in here. And then real quick, for Gerardo posted his update in chat. So I'll read that real quick. For whatever reason, he put it in chat. I'm not Gerardo, but I am Gerardo. I will do this. I uploaded our project into Sway. For the record, we were contacted by a potential client who wants to bring new technologies and data analysis to their region. Well, that is exciting. So congratulations. You're off to the races. And so, obviously keep us posted as we go along. We're all here to support one way or another, as should be the EXO community. So also post your updates inside the platform as well. I think people would be very excited to hear a little case study-ness about what you've got going on there and how it's evolved. I think so. So thanks for that, Gerardo. And I'll pick next or Nikki, who would go after you next?
Let's do Eric.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. You can pick somebody else.
Yaroslav just joined.
Okay, good. Yaroslav.
He's always exciting.
No pressure, so that's me. Great. So, I think that the major thing is we have now processed so basically, Vanessa, we have made applications for people to apply for the 3 slots that you were sponsoring. And we have selected 3 people based on their applications. We have combined kind of their interest in EXO, their future plans, and also their actual situation at the moment and kind of finances and everything. So we have a lady from Botswana, and we have a person from South Africa, and we have a person from India. So they just began yesterday.
Just a quick, again, I mean, so awesome. I was telling people about this the other day, and it was like, what's happening? People from where? And I mean, it's just super cool. So Vanessa, thank you for that.
Yeah, so we now have a process to kind of, and we're actually thinking to do it every cohort to just somehow raise the tokens from community members, and then have 3 slots being given to people who can't afford it. So thanks, Vanessa, for being a catalyst of that. So we were talking about it for some time, but now it's kind of moved forward. So that's great. I just got off a call with Women for Impact, which is community members who are women who want to run consultant course just for women specifically, and kind of do other activities for women in the community, which I think is awesome. So they are planning to do we're kind of agreeing a partnership similar like we have with the Philippines to actually kind of co-promote and co-host consultant certifications just for women run by them. And we were also kind of discussing ExOs as part of that and kind of looking into that. So kind of a similar, they might be taking ExOs for people paying. We're sharing with them the 20% kind of threshold we have. And we've been also discussing kind of how that would all work kind of between us as well. So that's another project that ExOs is being involved. And I think those are the two major updates related to the economy, I think.
Okay, great. And if anybody out there knows people that are interested in training and certification, I posted the link in the YouTube channel chat just now. So go check that out. Yaroslav and the marketing folks, Ray and Kate, they've done an unbelievable job of getting all of that content together there and making it understandable. And as you heard, in a number of cases, ExOs are spendable for your training and certifications. So you want to ask about that if you have them, if you've earned them in the marketplace. Okay. Thanks, Yaroslav. Who's next, Yaroslav?
I don't know who went. Kevin, did you go?
He did.
He did already? Okay.
I think he did. Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did. Okay.
Please raise your hand if you haven't gone.
Cesar, maybe? Cesar, have you gone before?
No, I haven't.
Okay, Cesar then.
Yeah, but no much update this week from my side. So that's all. The two projects I've been involved are moving forward. The project in Chile, the project in Miami, but nothing special to report back. I just contacted the two teams, Kevin, and telling them, if they are ready and they want to present something also. So maybe you will hear from them.
Okay. And just real quick, Cesar's one of the founders at a place called Fluid Chains, and they do work on blockchain for impact and have a number of very interesting products and services. Full disclaimer, I also have and do work there. So it's really cool stuff. And in fact, Yaroslav, your concept about raising a fund perhaps for those monthly or quarterly scholarships for training could be done using one of the things, data, very, very easily. And then you just need a campaign administrator to handle that. And if you made that a proposal in Sway, I suspect that would be funded almost instantly. In fact, if you get data set up, post the proposal in Sway, tell people what you're looking for, I think it would be funded almost instantly.
Yeah, the only thing that I kind of like the idea, and Vanessa, actually, if you were open to it, at some point, I think it would be fun to have a call with those three people, because I like the whole, like the personal connection that it's people sponsoring people, right? Of course, we can fund it from the economy, but I like the idea that who you sponsored with your ExOs, right? I think it sets up a nicer dynamic in the community. Where cool. People kind of give cool. and even can become kind of like a buddy of somebody. So that would be, I think, my preference for funding.
Okay. And I did also ask, I was mentioning to Salim, Kevin, I didn't mention it to you yet, but we could program in some airtime for this on the 17th, perhaps, even if it's 5-10 minutes. That would be super cool. And there are also past cases as well that have been funded through various types of donations. So we should think about making a little segment, because I know it's been impactful to their lives.
As you were saying, Ken, yesterday, I think what we could do is we could do a whole segment around the training and certification courses where we have alumni coming in and sharing their stories. I can interview them. And then we could have a whole section on like also invite Kerry, who funded Lucy, and just to have them there, and maybe Vanessa and stuff. So I think we can create something that is a whole segment of like exciting things that have happened in the training and certification this year.
Yeah, I would even argue we shouldn't get too far off in a tangent. We can take this offline, but if you do those interviews now, record them, get them to the technical production team for processing. They'll make them look like whatever the show looks like, mm-hmm. And then we can almost run them. Say if they're 3-4 minutes long on a per basis, 1 or 2 at a time, we can literally just run them as spots throughout the program. You could even have them, not a commercial. It's not a commercial. It's a celebration. So, but you know, it would run like a commercial spot, but being a celebration of some impact or change or something, I think that'd just be fantastic. So if there's any way to make that happen, we should do it.
Cool.
Okay, awesome. Thank you, Yaroslav. Anything else before please raise your hand if you haven't gone yet using the little Zoom tool. So I see your little blue hands in there. And hello, why don't you go next for us? Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, we've been working on the project from almost 2 weeks ago with the team, but also we are recruiting more people to get engaged with the purpose, and we are working on it, which is very clever for us. And thank you very much for you to approve the proposal. And also I would like to add about the proposal that Nikki did. And there is a button called volunteer at the end of the one of the marketing director that I pressed it, but it didn't work. And I would like to know if someone can help as a volunteer, if that work or not, because there is a lot of things to do in terms of marketing, and I think I can help you with some stuff. And also I am able to help you and Vanessa, and as a support, because I have a lot of things to do, but I can support you in terms of time or connection or any other stuff. And what else? I have been working with the local community here in Chile and also with the Filipinos guys from Manila in a challenge from the X Prize, which is very tough for me because the time frame is a mess, but I am working on it. It's difficult, but they are so motivated. Is Manila, something happened in Manila, and I maybe put an eye over there. Jaroslav told us the last week, and it's something happening over there which is very good for the EXO ecosystem. And maybe we need to focalize a little bit more over there. And also I'm able to still working with them too. That's for the team.
You know, Angelo, I love that two things. Thank you for the volunteer offer. I'm sure Nikki will take you up on that. Second, I think we should be watching what's going on in the Philippines, and then we should be asking ourselves here in this call, this is the EXO economy. What can the EXO economy do to help support that change and growth that's happening there? Can we think of a proposal that we could put through our systems to help support them and invite a key representative from that group here? Those would be key things that should simply happen when we start to see something like that going on in the world. So for me, it's an idea. You guys will have to reach out and see if you can help. And Kevin knows everybody there because he's probably the spark for that whole thing when he traveled through a little while back. Maybe that should be your nickname.
A few people.
Sparky or something.
So many people there now. I think I only know the first 5.
Yeah. The spark. That's the thing, right? It's awesome. All right. So thanks. Thank you, Angelo. Wonderful, wonderful work. Daniel, and then maybe Michael. Okay, Daniel, no. Michael?
Okay, so I'll be very brief. Nothing worthwhile to report from my side. And by proxy, I can pass apologies from Najib. He wasn't able to join, but him and the dev team are hard at work. Mostly, like nowadays, as like I mentioned last time, doing some bridges and integration when it comes to connecting all the sister economies and especially use cases like certification and recording stuff on blockchain. But more stuff coming soon.
Okay, mine will be super quick. I don't have any big updates on major projects that are going on to share today. I'll have more, I believe, by next week. Some of these things take longer than 7 days. And then I do want to share that you heard earlier that we have an event coming up on December 17th. Our organization runs, we attempt to run about an event a month. Getting to that is a journey. But one of the things that we did recently do was we ran something called Surviving the School Year. and the replay is live. So I wanted to share that with all of you and show you where you can go find it, as well as just show you really, really quick. Then I need to check any questions. So this, I'll share my screen. This is the website, and I'll put the links in the chats. It's called events.exoworld.live. And you can see here, if you see this top piece, if you go and click on that, it'll take you into the full player.
Our event is called Surviving the School Year.
Click here. I'll turn that off. And you can watch the entire event main stage in end to end. And they're all here. And there's some really, really good. Did I click on the wrong place? I did click on the wrong place. Anyways, the replay is live. It looks like we changed something here. So I'll have to go look at that and figure that out. Kevin, did we move this to its own URL? Do you know? Okay, it's not where it was. Anyway, I'll find the replay. I'll post the links, and I don't know why it's not where I left it, but maybe this is it. No? Thanks a lot. Thought of the day. No? Okay, I'll have to go find it. But anyway, it was a really good show, and you should find it and watch it, and I'll find ways to put it on the website, events.exoworld.live. Okay. Hate it when things aren't where you left them. All right, so the last bit of this meeting is meant to be an open floor for processing anybody's needs. We call it the agenda round. It doesn't really matter what you call it. If any of these project updates made you think of something you need to share or that you need to do or you need help doing, this is the time to ask. There are no bad asks or questions. We may not actually get you an answer on the call because there's often a lot of people, but the key is that we figure out a next step and who's going to help move it forward, right? And then makes that commitment to help do so. So sometimes there are lots of these, sometimes there are none. Nikki's got one. Nikki.
Just please vote. I put the links in the chat so that they're handy, and I've got 2 projects that need votes. And I'm hearing from Gerardo that there might be some tech issues that, and Angelo just said that the volunteer button might not be working and that the vote progression bar wasn't working. So
and that's inside Sway, right? That's what you're saying?
Is that okay, Javier, or do I check with somebody else?
Well, I think, is there a help thing inside Sway? The best thing to do would be to post it right inside there. Okay. Kevin and I are the ones that have been helping to implement that, but Sway comes from our friends at Sway. And I think try that first and then ping me or ping Kevin and let us know how it goes. Because we do mean for it to be a tool that supports a distributed workload, not bottlenecking at me or Kevin. So,
right. And as the progression bar is being learned, Gerardo just said that he accidentally voted 0% instead of 100%. So can we correct that? Are you aware?
Wow. Yeah. Can you edit a vote? That's a great question. Okay.
Okay. I'll add that to the team.
I don't know the answer. So we'll have to figure that out. Okay. Thank you, Nikki. So everybody, please help Nikki by going in and voting. It literally only takes a minute. If you don't remember your URL or your login, look through your email for SWAY, SWAE. Okay? Please vote. You cannot run a distributed governance protocol if people don't actually vote.
Nikki, can you elaborate a little bit? Because I see the comments in SWAP, but I don't see the project. So I see in the area collaborate, few comments.
Okay.
But what about the project?
Let me see if I bring up the same screen you are. I just took the URL from my project.
I can share the screen if you want.
Okay, yeah, please.
So I see
invited
here.
Okay.
Collaborate. And then this vote.
Right.
But
so you're not getting the, there's a description of the project right there.
Okay, it was at the top. Okay.
Yeah, so you need to read that. And then if you agree to it, the bar needs to be moved to the 100%.
Okay, perfect.
Or 75% or put 100.
However much you actually agree, right?
Yeah.
But, and then where is the other project? This is one project. And
Yes.
what about the other one?
The other one, if you go, there was a second link there. This was a confusion for me too. So this is good to go through because other people will get lost
but we
if they
should
can't.
not have one link for everyone. We should have a place where we can see all the proposals.
There should be a place where you can search for what's open.
If you click on collaborate, on the collaborate button with the yellow button, so if you click there on the side, yes, everything that's open to collaborate is there.
Okay, so there's the marketing ExO economy at the bottom. Walk the talk.
There's currently 3. If you click on the graduated, you'll see those that have gone beyond the collaborate stage.
Right.
Okay. So that was the one you were saying here.
Yeah, I actually need both of them voted on.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's clear. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for clearing it
Awesome. Okay, good. I have one, so I'll go next. And it's mostly just something I forgot to share. There is a new, it's kind of a new meeting on the block, if you like. It's related to the platform. So that's platform.openexo.com. I'm not going to go into all that right now. Maybe we'll do another demo later, since maybe there's people that haven't seen it that would be watching live. But the point is that we are like this close, and we've been this close for a couple of weeks for various reasons, to opening up the APIs to the platform. This is pretty monumental for us. And as such, we are kicking off the first ever OpenExO platform developers call on Thursday this week. So that's Thursday, December 3rd at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, 10:30 a.m. Eastern time. And if that doesn't work for you because you live somewhere many, many hours away, then you'll need to help us find a way to create another slot of time, because, you know, we have to all follow the sun to a degree. And so, but very happy to have additional meetings in that 24-hour window there for devs. But this will be the first one, and we do have a handful. I think we'll have a couple of third-party devs, maybe 3, in this first one, and I'm excited about it. And we'll talk about the APIs and how they work, and you'll get to meet some of the core dev team. And it's just the first of hopefully many, many meetings over a long period of time. So be there for the genesis of the dev community for the OpenExO platform if you'd like to join. And Gerardo, thank you for the reminder. I did invite you. You do need an invite for this one for now. It's not going to be just like posted as a big webinar type thing. So you need to contact me directly, kent@openexo.com, if you would like an invite to that. Let me know why you are emailing me, and I will take care of it. Okay. Anybody else? Show your face, show your hands. Need anything? All right, we're about to get 15 minutes back, which is totally fine. You know, yeah, exactly. Nothing wrong with an efficient meeting. All right. So, all right, everyone. I'll just say thanks for everybody. I've really been looking forward to these meetings, feeling very energized by the increased participation, activity, live proposals, progressing projects, events that ExOs are a part of. And there, I believe, are some interesting and good things on the horizon for this. So thanks, everybody. And I can't wait to see you.